Harbhajan, you missed out on that previous discussion that we were having with Sunny Gavaskar. So I'll start with you from scratch. Let's take a macro look at this loss. I mean, India have now come very close to either lifting an ICC trophy or even reaching the final or getting knocked out in the semi-final. So mostly they've been playing these knockout games, but the results haven't gone according to plan. Is there an issue there? Why is it that India have not been able to put their best foot forward when it comes to crunch game in the recent past?
Well, it's very hard for me to digest the fact that Team India is not there in the final because it seems they had everything, in their team in terms of batting, bowling, and I was actually feeling, matches in Adelaide, this pitch will suit more to Indians than the English batters, but that didn't happen. Of course, there's a lot to look at it, and if we put that micro thing on, there'll be a lot of areas of concern where Team India have actually lost the game. I think first 10 to 12 overs of India's batting was not properly up to the mark. It was, kind of a scene where, it looked like that Team India is playing a 50 over kind of a match, and it was impossible from that situation to get to 180, 190, which was possibly the score, winning score in Adelaide, and they failed to get there because first 12 overs were like there was hardly any intent by any batters that they wanted to get to that 180, 190 kind of a mark. Credit to Hardik Pandya, he played that brilliant inning, to put respective runs on the board. But yes, I think still 20 runs short. But if you have another 20 runs, they have won convincingly. They could have got another 20 as well, the way they have batted. I think credit to England. They played outstanding cricket, not just in batting, but they outplayed us in bowling also. Their spinner bowled better than us. Their seamers, they bowled better than us. I think, they were a better team. Simple as that.
You make a very interesting point, Harbhajan, about, India batting in a 20-over game like they're playing a 50-over game. Now, this is something that's not new. This is something that was spoken about the last time they were knocked out in round 1 of a T20 World Cup. After that, you had a new captain. We heard from Rohit Sharma. We heard from Rahul Dravid, the new management. And they said, listen, we're trying to change the template of how we play T20 cricket because we have the T20 World Cup in mind that is going to be played in Australia. And then we saw in a few bilateral series that approach kind of changed where they said, even if you're 30 for 3, we're going to still continue to attack. However, once you reach here at the T20 World Cup, that approach suddenly changes. Why do you think that is happening? Is there fear of failure that's causing this?
See, I don't know what are the reasons, to be honest. If they wanted to play that brand of cricket, we didn't see that from the game 1 itself. I understand early on pitches in Australia were a bit more spicy and had more bounce. Of course, but this pitch, I think you could have played far better cricket than what we have seen. I think that template was only in the air. We haven't seen any action on it. I haven't seen, apart from Surya Kumar Yadav and Hardik Pandya, yes, Virat Kohli have scored a lot of runs in this World Cup. But yes, I think the only template the kind of template you're talking about, we have seen. With that temperament, Virat Kohli and Hardik Pandya and Surya Kumar Yadav, they played with that sort of temperament. But otherwise, all the other guys, they were like playing 50-over game.
Harbhajan, I know that, a lot of people might say that, listen, it was that one game. And as you point out, England played very well. And people will say, okay, one game India lost, heavens haven't fallen. But would you say that India probably weren't as good in this tournament right from the beginning? Had it not been for Surya Kumar Yadav and some of those outstanding knocks he's played, or that one, blinder that Virat Kohli played in that game against Pakistan, which seemed to be miraculous at that time, had it not been for those 1 or 2 standout performances, India was still found wanting in most areas throughout this tournament.
I mean, you're talking about this tournament. What happened in the Asia Cup, where only three strong teams were playing with each other.
Yeah.
Sri Lanka, yes, they're emerging, and Pakistan is a good team. We know that on their day they can beat anyone. And there also Indian team didn't qualify for the finals. And here now we are talking about in this World Cup. The only team they beaten was Pakistan, and the other team was like Zimbabwe. You were supposed to beat Bangladesh. You were supposed to beat, and South Africa. You played against. That was the top side. Of course, that is a side that you want to compete with, and that's where you lost. And then you're playing against England. That is a team that you want to compete against or to win against. Because they are proper teams. So you lost again. So only one big game you have won against Pakistan. And I want to take you back even in 2019, where people have mentioned that no, they played brilliant cricket and they lost in the semi-final. But even in that tournament, the only team they beaten was Australia, and the rest of the other teams were like Afghanistan to uh, some other teams. Where those are not as big teams as India is. If India wants to rule in terms of winning cups or winning tournaments, they have to show the right intent. They have the players, they have every skill in the world, but I think on those crunch situations, they don't just play like one. I think that's what is missing. And today was a lot of errors. Arshdeep could have bowled another over. When the ball was swinging, you could have tried to bowl Arshdeep to get the wicket up front. And same goes with Bhuvneshwar Kumar. He was bowling with the keeper up. Once you have a keeper up, your obviously length will become little shorter, and then your ball will not swing as much as you like to swing. For your ball to swing, you have to pitch it up. And if you won't pitch it up, how are you going to get the batsman out? So these are very small and basic sort of things where we made mistake. I think Arshdeep should have bowled at least 2 overs with the new ball. That was the best chance to get Butler or Hales out.
Well, Harbhajan Singh makes a lot of pertinent points. I mean, I was sitting at the ground. I saw that wicketkeeper go up for Bhuvneshwar Kumar. Some people see it as an aggressive move. I look at it as a negative move. That you're scared that
It was
the
a
batsman is
negative
going
move.
to be
It wasn't.
attacking there. Allow Bhuvneshwar Kumar. That's his strength. Yes.
It was
Yes.
a negative move. You
Sorry,
can't.
Harbhajan. Go ahead.
You can't have
Yeah.
your seamer Bhuvneshwar Kumar, who's a swing bowler rather than a fast bowler. If you have a keeper up for him, he would not, pitch the ball up, because he knows that with his pace, if he pitch it up, it is going to go from, where he's starting, the ball will go over the top. So, the best chance was the keeper is back, so he can,
Yep.
he's allowed to bowl little further up to swing. If you don't get the ball to swing, then Bhuvneshwar's pace wasn't going to be a threat to English batsmen. So is Ashdeep. We have seen what he did to other day to Babar. Bringing the ball back in, hitting his
Yep.
pad, LBW. Butler is also LBW candidate. His, if you see his record against left arm seamer, you'll find 15 times he got out to left arm seamer when ball comes in. But we didn't sort of created those sort of opportunity by not bowling the right bowlers at right time. And when it came to spinners, of course, our spinners, they should have looked to spin the ball, which obviously we didn't
Yes.
see the intent. They were looking to spin the ball. I know it's a small boundary on the side, but still, that was your best chance to take wicket, to bring yourself and your team back in the game. But that didn't happen. So that intent overall, I didn't see it. Not in
Yeah.
batting, not in bowling, not in any department.
Right, Harbhajan Singh, mincing no words, and that's why we absolutely love him. Speaking from his heart, you were talking about the Indian spinners, Harbhajan, and who better to talk to us about, what went right for them, what went wrong for them. Just observing the game today, when you saw someone like Adil Rashid bowl, you saw that the ball was gripping. You knew that he was going to be dangerous. Clearly, England read the conditions well. They understood what the kind of pitch is going to be on offer. He got to that crucial wicket of a Surya Kumar Yadav. All thing in mind, I couldn't really, make any sense of why Yuzi Chahal wouldn't be played here. In fact, forget this game. Yuzi Chahal, a consistent wicket taker, doesn't play 2 back-to-back T20 World Cups. I'm guessing if he was part of any other international team, I cannot think of many international teams where he wouldn't make the 11 in a T20 game.
Well, if he was, playing for any other team in world cricket, he would have been your first choice, But I don't know why he's not getting
Yes.
picked. I don't know what he's done wrong, and what he said to someone that people don't pick him or don't rate him. World cricket. You talk to any batsman in world cricket, how they will respect
Yeah.
Yuzvendra Chahal as a bowler. He's got a phenomenal record, and whenever he plays, he take wickets, he win games, and after doing all that, when it comes to World Cup, Asia Cup, he gets dropped. Why is that? Why the behavior with him is different, and when it comes to the others, when they don't perform, they're still part of the team and they still get to play. But whereas the champion bowler, he continue to perform, he will continue to work hard, but still don't get to play. I don't know what is the agenda behind this, but if I was part of the management, I would have played him from the game one, because leg spinner, you have seen Shadab to all Rashid and everyone. They have performed so well for their respective teams.
Yes. Different strokes for different folks. Clearly, in case of Yuzi Chahal, and as Harbhajan pointed out, any team would have loved to have had him. In fact, Butler was asked before this game about Yuzi Chahal because, they play for the same IPL franchise, and he said he's a fantastic bowler. So I'm guessing that players like Joss Butler, players like Alex Hale would have been very happy not to see a Yuzi Chahal's name on the Indian team sheet. Just looking forward now, Harbhajan, what do you reckon is the future for Indian T20 cricket? Do you think the time is ripe now to look beyond the senior players, invest in youth? And I'm going to talk about all senior players. It could be a Rohit Sharma. Yes, Virat has had a great T20 World Cup. You'll have a Ravichandran, Ashwin, a Bhuvneshwar Kumar, a Mohammad Shami. Do you think now is the time to look at future, because the next T20 World Cup is 2 years away? So now start investing in youngsters, or think, no, some of these players can still play the T20 format for India?
No, I think it is the right time to actually think about it. What should be the plan going forward? And it shouldn't be a plan where it's a 6 months plan. It should be a 6 years plan, or rather 10 years plan. Where you want to see your team from here, and sit back, think about it, and take the right decision. And I think with with all due respect to the all senior players, I think they have played enough number of World Cups, and yes, they have done well. Whenever they have got the opportunities. But yes, India is still very far away from winning the World Cup. And yes, T20 format. I think there should be some serious thought about it. That maybe bringing in the whole new setup. To to see the new face of Indian cricket. Obviously, I think some tough decision will be taken after this, knowing that that they have not won the World Cup. Expectations were high, and if you don't change now after 2 years, same Rohit Sharma, same KL Rahul, same Virat Kohli will be 2 years more elder. So I think it's the right time to take the right calls, and of course everybody will take in right spirit, because they know that this was about to happen, and I feel this is going to happen too.
A final question, Harbhajan, before we let you go, and this is a twofold question. Going forward, one, who do you see as the captaincy candidate who can take this new setup as you're talking about forward? And in terms of coaching staff in T20, should you even look at a different T20 coaching setup? We see that with teams like England.
Yeah, I think I have mentioned it earlier, even while I was talking to you like a couple of hours back, or maybe an hour back or two. We spoke about it. It's not just the captain. Of course, you please see to it. If you can bring someone who just retired T20 cricket and who understand T20 format. Of course, with all due respect to Rahul Dravid, he's my colleague. I played a lot of cricket with him. He's a great brain, great guy. But I think if you don't want to remove Rahul from T20 format as a coach, yes, help him with someone who just recently retired. Someone like Ashish Nehra, who's got a great cricketing brain. Look what he's done there at Gujarat Titans. As a coach, and I think there'll be something really good that will encourage a lot of the young guys. Of course, that with the new kind of mindset, what Ashish will bring into the team. I'm not saying Ashish. It could be anyone who just retired, who understand this format better than the others.
Yes.
And of course, my next captain would be Hardik Pandya. There's no other better captain I see than him at present scenario. I think he's your best player candidate for captain, and he's someone who does every possible thing for the team. And you need more people like him, playing for the team rather than for individuals.